Good day, all of you. As Christians, I believe that we should not slumber. We need to reiterate that we fully support President Donald Trump's military action in Nigeria against any threats against Christians in that nation. What serious Christians have to realize is that the world that we are living in is not a free world for the Lord. There is the enemy of the faith, and they always pop up from various hotspots around the world, and pouring water on the issue as if it's something small is the wrong way of looking at things. The Lord's anointed, Donald Trump, has finally lifted his sword and needs our divine protection and prayers, moral support, political cover, and identify him as a hero in this war against our faith. It is clear that the Christians in northern Nigeria are being persecuted primarily because of their faith in Jesus Christ. The Islamic jihadists who believe that everybody in the world must be Muslim or else they must be killed clearly go from village to village, deleting the lives of all Nigerians who are Christians. Of course, the other people as well who are non-Christian die. But we also got to realize that what is being attacked is the foundation of our faith. If faithful Christians can be killed in any state in the world and they cannot find salvation in 2025, then we Christians in free countries will have a case to answer on the final judgment day of the Lord. For the Lord will ask you a simple question, that I gave you freedom and democracy in your countries, and I gave you legitimate rights to exercise sovereignty and participate in global issues. Instead, you went around the world, fought wars for personal benefits, for your own nation's interests to be rich. But as for I, the Lord, my people that worshipped me were massacred by your business partners, and you did nothing about it. You see, Trump's interest in the Nigerian issue is primarily a religious issue. It is not an economic issue. And besides, even if we were going to go further to the economic issue, countries that have been corrected by the United States ever since the Second World War have done fairly well. Take a look at Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, just to name a few, including West Germany and Europe after the Second World War. People who equate a U.S. military presence in Nigeria to what happened to Libya misunderstand the dynamics in Libya that did not encourage a Christian oriented leadership. Now, Libya was messed up to begin with. Nigeria is not Libya. The Christians in Nigeria need a democratic cover that comes with the blood of Jesus Christ. A Nigeria that is Western focused under the leadership of a nation whose constitution is based on Judeo-Christian values will lead to a very successful Nigeria economically and that will solve all of its security issues. It is clear that the government of Nigeria, that has been led mostly by Muslims, is not interested in securing the lives of the Christians in that nation. In fact, it appears to me that they think that the extremists are doing Prophet Muhammad's work by turning their Nigeria into a Muslim country, and that is why they put the issue under the carpet. But as a prophet of the living God, I will not stand in front of God on Judgment Day and say I lived in 2025 when the Nigerian Christians were killed and I did nothing about it, because I was living in a country where Christians were not killed, so my life was fine and I didn't care about the others in Nigeria. Guess what? I will stand and fight for the faith and support all institutions and apparatus that we can gather together as a Christian community in order to send a strong message to the devil and all of his accomplices that the faith of Jesus Christ is here to stay, baby. We're looking forward for the 1,000-year reign of Christ on this planet, and we are just beginning. There is nobody who's going to deter us in this commitment. And our leader in the faith, a God-chosen vessel for a time like this, Donald J. Trump, who has answered the call of the American evangelist community that has been calling out the Nigerian government for neglecting the issue in that nation. Trump has taken a bold step. Hence, you see, he is attacked by biased media that is anti-Christian, and we therefore need not to be carried away. A lot of Christians were carried away in Israel in support of Hamas, sponsored by Iran, the very seat of Satanism, with an intention of destroying the Christ who sits enthroned in Jerusalem. Make no mistake, the devil is clever than you people. When he uses Iran to say death to Israel, it's not really Israel that he is after. It is actually the God of Israel that he is after. It is the Jesus Christ of Israel that the devil is after. I need Christians who are very wise in the discerning of the times in which we are living in. Be able to read and discern spiritually beyond the newspaper and television headlines. And do not think that in this secular world, the devil does not exist. He thrives in the secular world. He thrives in propaganding you, in making you believe his narrative. So, I double down again on my full commitment in support for the Christian community led by President Donald Trump on ensuring that our faith is preserved, not only in Nigeria, but all over the world. A U.S. military action in Nigeria will send a strong message to all other people over the world that the Christian faith stands united, and whatever devices that the enemy employs, especially like the propaganda in Gaza, and now we're moving on to Nigeria, whatever propaganda the enemy employs in any part of the world, the army of the Lord is ready to fight, including militarily, God did not give us those guns and B-2 bombers and F-35s just for show. It's meant to defend the faith, even militarily. Have a blessed, prayerful day.